Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heyoka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I've tried several times to do this live. I'm trying it right now, as a matter of fact, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just do it congruently in photo booth and upload it later, because I was just listening to some classical music. Symphony number 9 in D minor. By Ludwig van Beethoven. And I was getting these thoughts because I've thought about, like, over the years how many times I've heard this music excerpt in movies, right? And oftentimes they portray them in scenes where, you know, it's someone's about to be triumphant, or they're building up to being triumphant. And I was going off on a little mind tangent about that, and I was like, movie theaters, you know, because I liked all that. I used to like all that. I got to dedicate and come from a different heart space, and I can't get all caught up with all that other stuff. So I'm not as big into movies and stuff as near as I used to be. I remember back in 2007, like I was looking at Coachella, and I wanted to go to Comic-Con, and, you know, 2008, 2009. No, it was a little later than that. It's probably like 2010. It's probably 2010. But I was into all that 3D stuff. I wanted to just have all the greatest, you know, frilliest experiences I can, you know, get all the VIP tickets, because I'm single. I don't got nobody to think about nobody else, right? It's just only have to just live for me, and boy, has my life changed since then. Anyway, so I was thinking about movie theaters, you know, because they always have the movies, and then I started going off on a tangent about how they harvest our energy. How they harvest our energy, and how they've made all these movie theater chairs so comfy, and you're just all blissed out, you know. And then I pictured, like, reverse generators of people's energy being reversed. And then it went on to like sports stadiums on specific ley lines, where you can gather all sorts of people and get them all excited and harness that energy. And then I was thinking about, what if we're powering the earth already, and they're just using all of our money for freaking weird stuff with our life force energy? What if we are the electricity already? Lord knows there's so much static in the electricity in the air. That's the thing, man. Being an empath is not as freaking rad and fun as people make it out to be. Like, we have so many storms around us right now, all over the place. And I guess I'll just go ahead and stop streaming, since it's not connecting. And I got some really wild I'll postpone this tomorrow, until tomorrow. I got some really wild picture and posted them over on my Facebook page. And what is it, 8:17? So I'll do it tomorrow at, like, I don't know, I'll do it earlier, after I take dogs out. We'll try that. I don't have any plans on going anywhere this weekend. They're harvesting people's energy downtown Taos for the some art festival, and I ain't into crowds right now. I'm not about crowds at all. So gonna probably skip that, and then Monday it'll cool down. But then Luna has a dental, so maybe I'll drop Luna off, and then I'll bring Mom with me, and then we'll go to the park right after, or something like that. How's that, Ma? That sound good? Drop Luna off on Monday, and then run over to the park, have a cup of coffee. about 9, so early. I like the early crowd. I like getting out early. So, it's alright, Tuck. It's okay. Good boy? What's the matter? What's wrong? Did you just wake up? Did you just wake up? It's alright. You just woke up. So, that was kind of a trip when going down that leading line of thinking about how they are, you know. Because, man, I think about all of history. I failed history. That's the only class I ever failed. I couldn't stand the teacher. I always hated all the teachers that everybody else loved. Because I'm empath. I see the shadow side. I know, you know, and they don't always treat, and people always, like, know about I get weird behavior. Weird behavior. Always have. I'm a weird behavior magnet. And, he wasn't ever real nice to me, so I had summer school. Because I didn't buy it. I didn't buy all the stuff that they said. I didn't... You okay, baby? I failed the test. Because I'm like, you know, ask this guy, you read this book, this is how history went down. You go over here to this part of the country, you ask this guy, and you read this book, this is how history went down. That's why there's so many divisions. That's why there's the Mandela effects, because you have people all over the planet that are having entirely different experiences. And at some point, the planet is going to have to line up so everybody on the planet has the same experience. And then we get to build and grow from that. And it's gonna happen. I'm nervous, man. I don't have anything to freaking show airs for. I am nervous. I'm scared sometimes. I am spending a lot of my energy transmuting fear. Because, I mean, I get twisted up during storms. Just because that's electricity in the air. We are electricity. We're going to get spun up. We're going to get spun up. Right? It's like you can't be a molecule in a boiling pot of water and decide, I'm going to be an ice cube. Ice cube forms around me, you know. Maybe on those cartoons in my early days with the Wonder Twins. Wonder Twin powers activate in the form of a bucket of ice cubes. And then she would be like a hawk or something like that. And she'd carry the bucket and then, like, I don't know, drop it on the floor so the bad guy slipped or something. Anyway, see, I used to watch I look at everybody's consciousness, subconsciousness, consciousness, our perception of our reality. It's all our operating system, right? But you got people that have different accesses, like an Active Directory. All right, you got all these people. You got the little worker beants. Like, they don't need to know what's going on. Just let them work, and then just let them survive. They'll be all right. And then you got other, higher up levels, and it's all. I get how it's all by bloodlines. I get how it's all by families and relation and stuff like that. The thing of it is that me and Mom ain't never been embraced in any kind of community kind of thing. I was in recovery for like 14 years. I went to meetings freaking 5 days a week. Rest in peace, Pete Mannion, and the big meeting in the sky. He's he died last year, and they postponed his memorial until today, and so they had it, and it was online, and I missed it. I've been having rough days. I've been having rough nights, and I had rough days. Mom had a rough night last night. She had a stomach ache yesterday. And then I finally get tired enough, calm myself down, wind down about 11:30 last night. And I lay down, and then I just happen to open my eyes, and I see a figure. I see a figure at the end of my bed, and it was bigger than a dog. And it alarmed me for a moment. Like, I said, whoa, I need to grab my phone and put the light on it. And I did that. And it was Mom. She came in and she was like feeling around the bed. Oh my gosh, it broke my heart. This is why we gotta move, God. We gotta move, and we need to be in the same bedroom. And so she was disorientated. She always tells me when she's disorientated. And so I just went and got a blanket and came out and laid on her bed for a couple hours, and I put the TV back on and laid with her for a couple hours. So I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. And then, there's always cause for worry. And then I had a peculiar thing happen today. I'm just like always trying to keep myself from being stressed when life is constantly throwing here. Dodge that stress. Dodge that stress. And I'm like, dude, get the fuck off me, life. If people have ill intentions towards me, God, get off me. In the name of Jesus Christ, I rebuke you, Satan, and all your little freaking evil doers, But they're everywhere. They're all over there's people that are praising the darkness all over the place. And I still got to remember to be friendly. I'm getting a lot of practice. It's all over the place. The neighbor kid, he'll be outside smoking in his smoke pit. And I'll be walking the dogs and we have brief conversations, 17 years old, just trying to see where his mind. And today I go out, he's upset. And so we were talking, he calmed down. He's starting his first day at his job today. That's cool. And he has an upside down pentagram on his shirt. And I'm just like, what? It's trendy, it's fun, it's cute with the hand gestures and the wicked, and so all those big guys on top, they're all loving it. And I'm just like, God. And he's like, well, you got to reach people. You got to go to where they are. And I was like, well, where's all these freaking loving lighters? Why aren't they, talking to the kids and, that's so it's going to, no, they ignore spiritual bypass. Everything's love and light. Everything's great. And if it's not, I'm not going to pay attention to it because that's low vibrational. And it's like, what are you doing to raise it, There goes the thunder. Tango's out. Gray kitty just came in. Mama cat, I don't believe her no more. Those cats I gotta get bigger before they get out. One of them this morning, right off the bat, darts out. Tango goes out. It goes after Tango, and it runs like right out into the street. And I was just like, I'm running. I had to leave Artie and then run. I'm a nervous wreck, man. I'm tired of being a nervous wreck. And it's because I'm always only in just my own perception. Because I live so much in the present moment. And so much of the present moment is filled with freaking hard stuff that it's hard. That's why I'm trying to make more friends, have more, have a place where people can come over and have a cup of coffee, sit under a tree and visit. Maybe play some cribbage. Talk about stuff, make some change, talk about stuff and then do stuff. I don't want to just talk about stuff and then tomorrow talk about the same stuff and then the next day talk about all. I'm a doer, man. I'm into the solution. I always have been. Drove me crazy growing up when I had viable ideas and grown-ups wouldn't listen to me because I was a kid. And Mom would come up with some stuff and it was just like counterproductive. Like she didn't want us to succeed sometimes because it was just easier to stay in a bad way. Because I guess I don't know. She had a harder life I had a hard life, but she had a harder life. She had more to overcome. So, different ways. My sister, I posted something, about a dog passing away, and she said she lost her dog, Jessica. I'm so sorry. It just breaks my heart, you know. Because with these guys, I think, you know, with Arthur, I thought I was just going to go with him. When Arthur Boo died, I thought I was just going to go too, and I didn't even get to stay the night with him the last night he was on Earth. I was at a freaking spiritual retreat at the Joy Holland Center with a bunch of freaking debutantes and freaking, you know, really important women. Just ask them, you know. Like the heir of freaking, one of the heirs of Walgreens, the founders of Walgreens, she was like talking to a 4-year-old. I mean, rich people, they are, because they never grow. They don't have to do anything to stretch who they are. They just keep doing what they've always done and more of it. And live more from the heart space of gluttony. And we're seeing it all over the place. It ain't right, man. It ain't right. I encourage people to just at least try to be a freaking better version of yourself tomorrow than you were today. That's what I do. I gotta try. A lot of days I do pretty okay. Some days I gotta do that personal inventory and try again tomorrow. You know, and I can't even say the same behaviors because I got this. People that don't have anger don't understand people that have anger. And I have anger. I have it. I contain it in me. It's in me. And it's always ready to pop out. And I gotta resolve it, feel it, identify it. Where's it coming from? What's the source? Past, present, a fear of the future. Breathe through, release. Release. Can't hang on to the fear, man. It makes your organs shut down. Can't hang on to the fear. Gives you cancer. Can't hang on to the fear. Gotta let it go. I'm really ready for me and Mom to be able to settle down. God, I'm really, really, really ready. I had an interesting thing happen today. I had lucid dream. I'm a lucid dreamer. I believe our spirits are. Our dreams are our spirits in higher dimensions. There's Gray Kitty's feet up there. Yeah, it rained, pour down rain. He got stuck in the rain. Oh, there's his cute little face. He's got such a cute face. Huh. He's been kind of wild lately. I had to kick him out last night. Sometimes he's so wild, I'm like, alright, just go. Oh, Mama Cat's feeding the last 4. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. So I had a lucid dream during the middle of the day today. And I was at Debbie's house, Pete's ex-wife, but they were still best friends and did everything. They were married, just lived in... There was like, their hearts were married, but they were divorced. And then they lived in separate houses, but they did everything together. They always like did, you know, the Ussies at the, you know, Broadway show, at the Orpheum, at the Broadway show, at the Husker games, all that stuff, you know. And I don't know what it was exactly that I said when he died, but she got really mad at me and blocked me. I never know what it is that I say. Oftentimes I suspect, but I never know exactly for sure. So, I was like, all right, whatever, just, you know, another one. Chalk it up. People just, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, I'm like, I don't know. So, I was at her house, open house. Now, mind you, I've never been in her house. And it was after the service because she was having an open house this afternoon. And I was laying and I was having a dream. I was lucid dreaming. And I walked in and I said, "Hello, Debbie." And she turned around and she just had a look of freaking spite in her face at me. And I was just like, and I started to say something, and then something happened, and I came out of it. I didn't get to finish it. And then later, there was another part with some karmic souls that I've known before that it's weird to see her and him. And I saw my dad, too. in the dream, and they were swimming. These people were all swimming together. And something else happened, and I woke up. So when I woke up, I look at my phone, then there's a text message from the landlord saying somebody is going to come and look at the trailer to make sure it's safe enough. Protocol, whatever, I don't know, because that's why we got to move out, is because her son's moving back in here. And so they got to do a walkthrough. So I'm just like, another reminder, you know. But so I guess he's going to be out the end of January. I want to go as soon as possible. I don't want to wait. I want to find a place and just be done with it. I don't want to frickin' rest on my laurels. As a matter of fact, tomorrow I'll probably start packing up stuff, you know, acting like we are, you know. We don't have that much stuff. I get a U-Haul truck over yonder, and you know, a couple of loads, I'm done. I already have it mapped out how I can do it. Is like, I got another chair, Mom's old chair. I can take that over wherever it is with the smaller TV and set her up and with the dogs in there, and then I can come back and load up the van with some buddies. I got people I can at least ask for help. I bet more people would show up for me here in Taos with the people I've known and met. Oh, I hope. If they are not, I'm really doing something wrong, and maybe I should just give up on life if I can't get more. Because in Omaha, I was part of that groups for freaking 14 years, and frickin' they didn't care that I left. No going away party, no. Two people that are too busy thinking about themselves, and I'm over here thinking about this person, this person, this person, this person, and this person, and this person, and they're not thinking about me. So 5 people showed up when I left Omaha, and I was like, wow, I must really, because I used to go on moves where like 50 of us would show up. And the neighbors would trip out because everybody would come in a row with all their trucks and stuff, line up, and just back and forth and do a people chain, handing people boxes, and we'd move 5 3-bedroom houses, families of 5, in 2.5 hours, from one part of Omaha to the other. You know, I moved a few times, and I never ever utilized that until I needed help to pack up to move to Oregon, and nope. So that's probably been one of my problems my whole life. I've liked people more than they've liked me. However it is, I've liked people more than my parents. I think a lot of people just don't understand me. Because not a lot of people have come from the places I've come from, so why would they? Some people understand me. You know. But Mr. Iski, was talking to him the other day. He's like, I didn't know you had a sister. I've known him 22 years. And I know I've talked about her. Because I call her my 0.5. Now I call her my sister. Sounds weird coming out of my mouth. I love her. Haven't seen her since 2005. She has a lot of the same hurts I do. Yeah. It's interesting. Because she has long blonde hair. She's a blonde. And taller than me. And it's one of the reasons why I talk about the precedence of why it's so important to not hold grudges over your parents if you know them, and if you have reason to, justifiable anger or not. And that's because you have their face. That's how DNA and genetics work, is that you have both of your parents' face. Sometimes I thought I was adopted when I was younger. I couldn't identify. I couldn't see how I looked like my dad, and I couldn't see how I looked like my mom. And I asked her, and she's like, no, because my mom was adopted. And I was like, am I? And she's like, no. You're just the mistake. No, she didn't say that. I didn't find that out till later. So, is that my sister looks like her mom a lot, and her mom was super mean to me. They did terrible things. Mean, just hurtful. Like, not like liver and liver in our milkshakes, and just being mean, and just like, you're mean. And one time I was 10. I was 10 years old, 11 years old. And I know a little girl that her parents come to the park. She's 10. So I remember, I can kind of see myself like that age. I kind of the same build, a little stocky. I can see myself in her. I can identify with her, at 10. And we went to, we had to go see him for summer break or something, and they took us to not Great America. That's where they took us, Great America. And they had a roller coaster called the Colossus. And I can't remember if it was the last wooden roller coaster or the second to last. It doesn't exist anymore, I don't think. But but I was only 10 and I didn't want to go on and I was scared. And Greg, my dad, Christy was my step monster. And my brother said, all right, we'll stand over here by this light pole. Stand over here by this light pole and we'll be back. We're going to go on this ride. So they left me there it was about 2 hours. And at the end, I had to pee really bad. And I was scared to go because I didn't even know where a bathroom was. From where I was standing by this tree along the fence line near the exit. And it was dark. It was late too. It was like they were in line and they closed the park. And I think about all the times I could have been stolen, honestly. And nobody ever took me. Now I'll leave that one. Leave her there by the fence. Maybe they'll come back for her. They did. It still sucked though. Does that happen a lot to 10-year-olds? 10-year-old little girls? I don't think it does. See, that's the thing is people don't understand. I've had so many things happen in my life that things just do not happen like that to people. Things are not supposed to. And it's weird because, like, when I read the police report about my baby rape at 10 months old, and now... And my body remembers. See, my body knew. Because, like, I always hated running. And I walk on the side of my feet. And I'm like, man, I don't remember ever hurting myself. Why do I always hurt like this, right? And then I read the police report. I found it in some papers that I wasn't supposed to. I used to snoop. I still snoop. I'm a snooper. I'm a researcher. I figure out the truth. It's my Scorpio moon. And I read it about when I was 10 months old. And I knew instantly, as soon as I read it, it was the trippiest thing. I wasn't like freaked out or grossed out or like horrified or anything like that. My first thought was, that's why my hip pops. And now I'm getting over, my pelvis hurts and stuff like that. And it's just, my heart goes out to all the other people who have had weird shit happen to them. And you're reminded every day of it because something weird hurts that, you didn't even do yourself. You just more stuff you gotta live with and get over, yeah? What is everybody else getting over today? And so, hi, Gray Kitty. Am I being too loud? Pretty Gray. I said, yes, you're being too loud, lady. You want up top? Come here. You want up here? You want up here? I'm almost done. So these encounters are happening to more and more people are getting busted for having this, for having this gross stuff, this, for being found out for who they are, for the, all the dirty stuff, like all the, every time I look at headlines, it's somebody else for child porn, somebody else for kid rape, somebody, and it's just like, okay, how much influence do people have in raising their children? And are people are people raising their kids one way and the kids are just totally going off their rails? Is that what's happening? And the parents have no responsibility at all for how the children act? But look how the parents are acting. I saw a fight breaking out at the happiest place on the earth, Disney World, And it's all part of this. Nah. Oh, well. Anyway. I think I've yammered on long enough. So it's been kind of a... At least on weekends, I don't... And then with the festival, I don't want to go out when it's rainy. The rain's come... I guess it's supposed to rain pretty heavy all week long. Usually it starts out warm during the day and then the clouds come in the afternoon. But I got some really cool pictures. Maybe I should start posting again on Snapnacks on Facebook. But look at this. This is just such a trip. Because, see the ray of light? Let me hold this right. We got the ray of light coming this way, right? That's where the sun was coming from. The sun was coming from this way. These lights up here were unrelated. And that new movie, see, that's how consciousness works, man. That's how they make these movies and they put everybody in a line of thought and then this stuff can happen. And then whether you believe in, UAPs, alien life forms, I do. I think we all got a little lizard DNA in us. It's what are people doing with it? Are they maintaining that lizard lifestyle, or are they trying to freaking shed that skin, shed that old persona, and live different? Shouldn't everybody have a chance to, live different? But they don't, Anyway, that's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad night. Peace.